All right, guys, you know the drill. We are going live for another daily digital drop. Today, we're going to be continuing on with talking about Google's ranking factors, the article that we started talking about a couple days ago. So, this is part two. We're going to go through another 50 different factors. You know the drill as well. If you find value in this, I would love it if you could subscribe to our YouTube channel. It will be in the description, the link to head over and subscribe. And again, you can also get all the notes on all the daily digital drops here. So let's head right on over here and we'll get right into it. All right, so we ended up with domain authority being a thing. So yes, a more authoritative domain is going to help you rank more. So again, if you haven't watched the other or don't know what these other ones are, just go back and watch the last one that we did. All right, let's dive in here. So URL length, a super long URL may hurt your page's search engine visibility. Actually, if you look on like GoDaddy and Namecheap and stuff, the really short URLs are often crazy expensive. So there's a correlation there, and basically they have just looked at the characters in the number one position and then ranked the number two and et cetera, and the average characters in some of those domains. So don't get like a ridiculously long URL. It doesn't lead to good user experience, which ultimately at the end of the day, that's all that Google cares about is user experience. URL path. So a page close to the homepage might get a slight authority boost versus a page buried deep. So if you have like a homepage slash about us slash owner slash owner's pet slash owner's fish, that page is further away from the authority source. Human editors. So this one's interesting. I don't know a whole lot about it, but basically there is some some data to support that human editing in the SERPs has happened before. Page category. So the category that the page or the blog is in can matter as well. Keyword and URL. We talked about this before, but having the keyword in your URL, in the main URL as well as the sub URL, is going to make a difference. It's going to be another factor that's going to hit it. So URL strings, so the categories in the string, they need to make sense. So if Best Buy has cell phones and then all cell phones with plans, work to categorize your site and your URLs properly. References and sources. So we talked about this in the backlink side of things, but citing references. Google's going to see that as a sign of quality. This hasn't been updated, I think, to reflect the AI side of it, but AI is looking for references too. The better ones, Perplexity and whatnot, is looking for references in your content. So if you're stating a fact that you can't support or you can't back up, you need to have some sort of a reference for that fact. Bullets and numbered lists. The biggest thing this is, yeah, making it more user friendly. This just means that people are more likely to read your content, to stay on the page, to consume what you are, talking about. And so it's going to, Google's going to pay attention to how long they stay on the page, how quick they click off and whatnot. The priority a page is given in the sitemap. Again, this goes back to the URL string and whatnot, but make sure that your sitemap is set up properly. Too many outbound links. So some pages have way too many links, obscuring the page and distracting from the main content. So this goes back to the affiliate links. Doesn't really apply to a lot of local service businesses, but if you have like a crazy ton of affiliate links or links out to other sites, it can make a difference. You do want to have some linking to authoritative sites. UX signals from other pages, other keywords page ranks for. So if the page ranks for several other keywords, it may give Google an internal sign of quality. Oh yeah, so basically this is if you've got a page that isn't just like 100% focused on that one keyword, you want to go through, Google is paying attention to all of that there. So many users seem to value for similar queries. Page age. The older page that's regularly updated may outperform newer pages. So if it's been around for a while and you keep updating it with newer content and more user-friendly stuff, that is going to make a difference. User-friendly layout. This pops up in a bunch of different forms here, but the way it's laid out, the ease of use, it's not necessarily going to help it rank better right at the front, but Google pays attention to how people are looking at them and interacting, and that is going to help it. Parked domains aren't going to decrease search visibility of parked domains. Useful content, as pointed out by this reader, Google does pay attention to useful content. It's very important. If you're putting content on your website, make sure it's useful for the people that are reading and consuming it. All right, so content provides value and unique insights. Google stated that they're happy to penalize sites that don't bring anything new or useful to the table, especially thin affiliate sites. If you're also just using AI to write your junk removal or plumbing website and it's just, regurgitating what all your competitors are talking about, don't do that. At the very least, go to, if you're using other sites to reference, go to like a really big city and go somewhere else and then bring that content back and rewrite it and whatnot. Domain trust. This is something that's interesting, but basically trust factor is a thing that is looked at. So how trustworthy is it? How useful is it? And so on. Site architecture. This goes back to sitemap. So Google wants to organize stuff. It's a computer. It's going to look at how well your stuff is organized, and that's going to matter there. Site updates. So updating your website, especially when new content is added to the site, works a site-wide freshness factor. I don't actually agree. I have seen more that every page that is updated more frequently gets a boost. It doesn't necessarily affect the whole site. Site maps there. Site uptime, this is very big. We use robot ALP to I think that's what it's called, robot ALP. So basically we use robot ALP to monitor all the sites that are on SEO for our clients. Server location, so where your server is located affects the speed at which everything is happening. And Google is going to look at that as well. SSL certificate, that's a no-brainer. You got to have the security certificate there. EEAT, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. So, it's blanking. I'm blanking on the other one. I talk about it all the time. Expertise, experience. Yeah, experience. I always get those two kind of combined in my mind. But experience on the topic, expertise on the topic. This is a really big one, and really important as you're writing. Like, you bring all of the real life stuff that you can into your content. Duplicate meta information. That's duplicate meta tags. Breadcrumb navigation. So where kind of lays this out here. Again, it's user experience, and that does matter. Mobile optimized. This is huge. You got to do that. YouTube videos can rank more readily than, say, a Vimeo or a Dailymotion. Absolutely. Site usability. This comes back to user experience, user, how long they're going to stay on the page, etc. Using Google Analytics and Search Consoles. So this can help your page indexing. Interesting here, but it can influence rankings by giving Google more data to work with. I haven't really seen that to be a thing, but some people think it is. User reviews, you definitely want to, have, you want to be doing this. Google posted a rarely candid outline of how they use online reviews. Got it. Okay, so Google it looks at your brand mentions around the web. Take that away from here. Core web vitals, so how it works. This goes back to pagespeed.dev. We looked at this before, but just throw your website in here and see how you hit there. Backlinks, one of my favorite topics. If you haven't checked out the webinar from a couple days ago, you can go right back here, and I basically just talk about it. So I talk about the backlinking webinar right here, February 12th. But linking domain ages, so the age domains that are linking over typically are more powerful. The number of linking domains can affect it. The number of links from separate IP addresses. So it means that you're not just having a bunch of sites on the same hosting. You're not having a private blog network. You're not having all this stuff happen. Number of linking pages can help. So I actually got this question before. Hey, if I'm getting one website linking back from multiple pages, will it matter? It can affect it. This article is saying that it may impact rankings. The anchor text, this is actually a really big one. So you want to have diverse anchor text if you're kind of asking people for links, but your brand, your domain, the keywords that you're looking to rank for, that does matter. Alt tags for images, absolutely. Links from edu or .gov domains. I have seen this 100% firsthand. This makes a difference. If you can get on edu or .gov domains, do it. I actually tell you how you can do that in our backlinking webinar on February 12th. So you can go check that out. Link in the description to the daily digital drop notes. If you're watching this and finding value, please consider subscribing. My goal is to get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So anything that we can do to make that happen. But of course, you have to be finding value. The authority of the linking page, of course. authority of the linking domain, of course, links from competitors. That's actually interesting. I haven't played around with this a whole much, but links from competitors makes sense. You know, if they're recommending you, that's a valuable thing for Google. Links from expected. Um, this is interesting. You know, if until you're linking from the expected authority sites in your industry, we do that for a lot of clients. You know, go on the national directories, all the local directories, etc. Bad neighborhoods. That's interesting. PBNs, etc. Definitely can. Guest posts. Um, they're definitely not as valuable as true editorial links and whatnot. But you need to be careful how you guest post. If you're doing it locally, as I mentioned in the webinar, I know I keep referencing that, but we're talking about backlinks. You definitely want to be doing guest posts locally. Links from ads, homepage authority. That's a big deal. No follow links. So um, Google says they don't follow no follow links, but I can tell you 100% that a no follow link from Wikipedia is valuable. You know, it's a powerful site with a link back. So you want to have a blend of no follow and do follow links. All right, and that's it for today, guys. Again, we're going to go back through. You're going to have the notes here for this one. You can, subscribe. You can do all that good stuff. Thanks for tuning in. This is the Daily Digital Drop with Louis Vandervalk. Talk soon.